Robert Eggers reteams with focus features for 13th century werewolf thriller Werewolf, sets Christmas 2026 release. Bill Skarsgård, get ready to learn werewolf, buddy. Eggers is creating the dark universe we deserve. Eggers saw Wolfman and said absolutely not. That is extremely on brand for him. I'm fired up for this. Eggers is pretty quickly becoming the king of gothic horror. In Prey, 2022, the dog companion's name is Saria. Sir means dog in the Comanche language, so this means the dog's name is quite literally dog. Pretty sure that Mad Max only refers to his dog as Dog in Road Warrior. Draco the dragon in Dragonheart was a dragon named Dragon. So instead of calling me dragon in your tongue, you'll call me dragon in some other tongue. The man has spoken. She had the better hips for childbearing, that's for damn sure. I still think he should have married that nice farmer girl. With her genes, the next generation of Shroots would have been indomitable. Logically. Maybe. But love was never logical. Ladies and gentlemen, the cringiest character in the entire Game of Thrones cinematic universe. They even repurposed the Dario Naharis outfit including the wig from season 3 of GOT. I will say this much, her teeth were very noticeable. I recently read an article about how celebrity teeth are so good people are finding it ruins the atmosphere of certain shows and movies. Case in point. Had very strong kids TV presenter energy. I'm a 19-year-old aspiring comic artist and I drew Spidey vs. Venom. You're going places, kid. I thought this was McFarlane at first. Great work. So I guess this really was pointless, huh? It's setting up the main storyline of S3, a lesbian love triangle with Alicent. Well, it was apparently improvised, so yeah, I guess it really did have no place. Wait, was this actually improvised? That's so dumb, especially since it hasn't been followed up on or even alluded to since LOL. I don't get how the creators have a finished story this time, yet they're still throwing pointless scenes in there. What wasn't pointless in the entire season? Twinsider, plans for Alexa Bliss returning to WWE have been put on hold indefinitely. I'm taking the whole thing with a grain of salt, and I wouldn't be surprised if she showed up at the Rumble anyway. That said, I wonder if her timetable being questionable is why the Wyatt Six stuff has been getting shuffled. So she's in the Rumble then. Me this episode. If. Hey man, don't barge in on Jace when he's on his mewing streak. I didn't know that before. Boy, have you lost your mind, because I'll help you fiend it, pouting face. You been meatballed. David Lynch, visionary director of Twin Peaks and Blue Velvet, dies at 78. Wherever David Lynch is now, I hope he finds a damn good cup of coffee. Absolutely devastated, one of greatest directors of all time, not mention Twin Peaks revolutionized TV. Really a madman in the best way possible. Rip. That good hair right till the end. Earthblade, new game from Celeste devs, has been cancelled. Bummer to hear, but understandable as well. It's difficult to admit that something you've put so much time and effort into over the years simply isn't working out. Glad to hear it sounds like they are making some smart changes and trying to dig back into their roots a bit more, and hope their future projects have better luck. It's a short read, but for us never readers, the team is separating ways over Celeste IP dispute, though it doesn't sound like there's any animosity, and the separation has made their new game seem too big a project. So they're wiping the slate and gonna do a smaller scale game. In Nope, 2022, as Emerald is giving the pitch about Haywood being their great-great-grandfather, OJ points out that she missed a great later. We hear audio of their father giving the same pitch. She missed a great because she was giving their father's pitch for the first time since his death. Realizing we saw the monster at the very beginning blew my mind the second time I watched this. I'm still blown away both by how good this movie was, and by how underrated it is. Sony announces Helldivers 2 movie. I need the main character to die every 10-ish minutes and be replaced by a new actor. Bold of them to go with the sequel first. At the start of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, 1989, Indiana's father is sketching in his Grail diary and asks, "May he who illuminated this, illuminate me." At the end of the movie, Indiana asks him, "What did you find, Dad?" and his father replies, "Illumination." The best Father's Day movie. Terrific way to wrap up the series. Riding off into the sunset with John Williams blasting. In The Batman, 2022, the Riddler wears widely available military surplus gear, an M65 field jacket and a sky cold weather mask, enabling the classic comic book trope of henchmen wearing the same costume as their boss. Which works out great, since the henchmen in this movie aren't employed by the Riddler, they just take up his cause. And as you say, since it's so easy to get the gear Riddler wore, they all show up looking like an organized gang despite just being birds of a feather coming together for one night of mayhem. I made it my Halloween costume last year thanks to how easy it was. Except for the Target sweater. It was fun, but Gotham must be very cold. I was practically melting by the end of the night. Another layer to it too is that the Batman suit in this includes some surplus gear. It's not all super bespoke like we're used to. I remember that the boots are surplus. Which ties into the theme of overlap and influence between the hero and villain. Like and subscribe.